Okay, look, this is going to be a different video than I normally do. It's not going to be, factual. It's going to be more interpretive, philosophical, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go over what I was afraid of, and we really need to start thinking about, putting this behind us, moving forward, and beginning to heal, and coming back together individually, of course, surrounding facts and, logical thought processes, not emotional thought processes that lead to hysteria and, worst of all, division. So at first, I was the shill, I was wrong, which I'm okay with. So why did I have such a sense of urgency at first? Well, this shit. So ComputerShare put out this tweet that this was going around Reddit, I think last week. They put out this tweet today. And this is fine. This is not direct stock or direct registration system. This is their direct stock program that they have with several stocks that goes through them. It basically cuts out the broker, which is what you would want. It cuts out the fast agent, which is what you would want. Because to my knowledge, there's no fast agent involved here. If you have physical certs and you want to put them in electronic reg, you send them directly to ComputerShare. The DTC doesn't get them. They'll go straight into the books. But if you don't have certs and you're already digital, there's no way around it. The DTC is gonna have access to your stuff. It's just period point blank how it is. And then you look at the board of directors who are the fast agents, and they're all banks. So they've designed the system perfectly to have ultimate control, basically. So they put this tweet out, and then everyone starts harassing. And I don't mean to call anyone out. This is nothing against Rinsel. I like Rinsel, and this is another fallout, effect of this whole thing, is that people have been divided. So we're asking them all these questions, and they can't answer them because, remember, the fast contract. I know you hear it from me a lot, and I'm never going to change my position on this because it's how it is. They're under contract with vigorous requirements that they must follow, and they must do this and this and jump through this hoop and that hoop. It's very, very, very detailed process and very specific the way it's done. That's why I suggest you read the operations manual. And as far as this one here, look, I don't expect an apology from anybody. I did not handle myself very well at first, and that wasn't cool. I should have slowed down and calmed down a little bit to help better explain what was going on, to prevent, what we see today. So the problem is that if you put everything aside, what happened? Hedge funds. It was institutionally driven. It had to have been. Because I could have sworn at first Trimbrath was talking about direct stock with ComputerShare. That's why ComputerShare is relevant. As soon as you bring up the word or the term DRS, ComputerShare becomes irrelevant. Because all they're doing is literally facilitating the actual transfer to DTC, considering it's their system, and it has been their system since it was lobbied for to be so in the early 2000s. So we need to go back to not fighting individual investor, no fight individual investor. Confident this is institutionally driven, meaning we should be mad at the hedge funds, not at each other. Really, we shouldn't be mad at anyone because it's not going to solve anything. But the sense of urgency I had at the start came from preventing the situation we see today. Now we got retail harassing ComputerShare on Twitter when they can't even answer the questions most are looking for. At the end of the day, this remains a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for every single one of us. That's not changed. I'm still here. I'm going to continue to be here. The problem, direct stocks somehow got turned into a push for DRS, which convoluted the entire process. And instead of looking into it, we wanted to attack the people that were going against the narrative, because a lot of us are so emotional about GameStop. We've been holding it for so long. Look, I get it. It's hard to contain that shit. Just like the same goes for me when when people ignore documentation, I get pissed off, and it's just how I am. So you need to keep in mind, anything news related, anything hype related, this is psychological warfare. That is all they have. It's not like we're out on the battlefield shooting each other. So they have to fight with the mind. So friend will become enemies. The goal will become obfuscated, and the emotions will run rampant. That's what they want. And that's exactly what's happening. So we must stay the course. So if you or anyone else fell victim to DRS, learn from it and see what you can do about unwinding the situation. Questions relating to this are questions they can actually help you with, which is what I strongly suggest you do with your time. So again, apologies for how I handled myself at first. Emotions come before the facts, and you see how it can affect anybody. So next time, I will try to calm my tits first. Again, no apology from anybody. We just need to come together individually, move on. If anything, they're going to keep trying to divide us as much as possible. That could mean we're getting close. It could not, but hey, buy and hold, right? What happened? That's what we did. It's why change what works. It's worked all year. Next time, let's just look into the facts first before we all start freaking out. So yeah, and by the way, despite being cliche, I will be here till the end. Buckle up. And brick by brick, I think that tweet meant just slow down, relax, let him do his thing. We got a good company here. It's going to be going places. So, and AMC's still there too. It's been consolidating for a while. There's money to be made in both places. So hang in there, everyone.